That is a beautiful pour.
This is our Fruit de Passion. We went with the name because typically you go with framboise, which is French for raspberry.
So you're just following all the other sour brewers.
Just following the trend of names of trying to keep it, but we wanted to just kind of identify what it was. It's our lambic that I've added passion fruit to, and we'll
Cheers.
see.
It does really kind of cut the bite of that sourness, although you get like a nice lactic acid kind of aroma from it. And
Yep.
I don't really smell the passion fruit, but that could just be me.
Yeah, I get the passion fruit right in my face, but then again, I don't smoke cigarettes, so.
Yeah, you know, I'm working on that, and my palate and my nose is getting better.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's an underlying sweetness, but you get the lactic. It's a really crisp finish.
yeah,
And it balances out. When you put this side by side next to our lambic,
I've had the lambic before. It's much
straight
more
lambic,
sour. Yeah.
Yeah, it comes across as much more sour, but it isn't in actuality, because I've taken the same beer and I've kegged it for the lambic, and then I've added this to it.
It seems to have thickened the body a little bit as well.
Yeah, there's some residual non-fermentable sugars that come from the passion fruit that do thicken it up.
For your lambic, it's just a straight lambic. Do you
Yes.
guys do blending?
No, it's straight lambic.
Okay.
I do some blending, but those are still in bourbon barrels with Brett and everything in it.
Well, that sounds delicious.
Yeah. We've got our Belgian Golden that's been sitting for 2.5 years with cherries and everything, and
Nice.
we're gonna bottle that up, and we're gonna have to blend it with some new stuff just to krausen it and be able to bottle it, and it will be the first beer we ever name.
Okay. Just don't name it the beer with no name.
No, we're thinking of Funky Col My Durham.
That would be awesome. Well, cool. Thanks for sharing all these beers with me. This one's pretty good.
Nice. It's different. It's outside of what I typically drink myself. But what we're finding is I can't make beer just for what I like, and I can't make beer for what I think other people are gonna like. Just a wide portfolio, and hopefully that people will come along for the ride and try everything. And if they don't, I get a lot of people that come here that say they don't like beer, and what I tell them is, you just haven't found a beer that you like yet. So we try to match up what they usually drink.
Yeah, there's like a million different kinds of beers.
Well, we get people that, well, I only drink white wine. I'm like, well, then you need to try my Belgian strong golden ale, because that's a white wine alternative. My Abbey Double is a good red wine alternative. Sours are for a lot of people that enjoy wine or
This kind of don't drink my beer. This
catch it and squeeze it.
spit it out,
Give it back.
This kind of reminds me of the Lindemans lambics.
Yeah.
Because they're not super sour like a like a old Hanson's or a Cantillon.
Yep.
But you know, so that they'd probably make it more approachable
Yeah.
for the average person.
It's a chick beer.
You got to have one of those, right?
Mm-hmm. Without it being a light lager.
You guys don't do any lagers, do you?
No, and that really has to do with the capital investment to be able to sit on a beer for 3 months
Right.
in the tank. You know, as you're aware, lager is a German word to store, and to
Yeah.
sit on that. It's not that we don't
Costs
like
money to
oh,
sit
it
there,
does.
you know, yeah.
And that's a huge capital investment when we can do ales that are ready in about 2 weeks from grain to glass.
So it's your turnover time. It's about 2 weeks.
Yeah. So it's not that we don't like lagers, and it's not that we'll never do one. It's just it wasn't part of our business plan to be able to turn it over and
Right.
get it out into the market. But then we started making sour beer that takes like 6 months instead of 3. So, but I can sour this in a
My
keg.
last sour beer took 2 years.
Yeah.
But, you know, it can just sit in a closet. It's not
Yeah.
bothering me any.
Right. Sours don't have to stay in the tank to lager because you don't have to keep them at a certain temp. You can.
Right. Yeah, you can toss them in a barrel, throw them in the corner.
Right. And that's
Something
what
like
we've
that.
done. We've got barrels in the other room by the video games. And
Yeah. I noticed you had some old school video games, man. That's pretty awesome.
yeah, Andy and I used to race on those and drink a beer. And
You got a lot of space in here, man. You should open up an arcade.
we've thought about it. But the social opened up on Main Street, and I've heard that that's
They have Moonlander there, which is like one of my favorite games, but it kept stealing my quarters and not
really?
letting me play. And the bartender, gave me a couple quarters, so that was nice. But
I asked him to get Marble Madness because I really used to enjoy that game.
I'll just fall off the edge the whole time.
But that was
man.
just fun playing with the ball. It was like Centipede, but with skill.
I'm not coordinated enough. No, it's not Moonlander. I'm sorry, it's Moon Patrol, and it's awesome because you're just shooting aliens and jumping over shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's real simple. There's a button and a joystick.
That's how I grew up.
It doesn't
playing
take you
games.
like an hour to learn the game, and then by that time you got to go do something else. It's too late. So.